The Baltimore chop is a term used in baseball to describe a specific hitting technique employed by batters to achieve an advantageous result on the field. This hitting strategy involves intentionally hitting the ball into the ground near home plate with a steep downward angle, causing it to bounce high into the air. The objective is to create a challenging play for the infielders and maximize the batter's chances of safely reaching base. The name Baltimore chop originated from the Baltimore Orioles, a Major League Baseball team that was renowned for using this hitting technique during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The strategy was particularly effective in the late 1800s, when the playing fields were not as well maintained as they are today. Infields were often rough and uneven, which made it difficult for fielders to handle high-bouncing balls. To execute a Baltimore chop, the batter must time the pitch correctly, making contact with the ball just as it reaches the plate or shortly afterward. By hitting the ball into the ground with force and an acute angle, the batter sends it upward, causing it to bounce high off the uneven ground. The high bounce poses a challenge for the infielders, as they must quickly adjust their positioning and timing to field the ball cleanly and make an accurate throw to first base. If the infielders are unable to handle the ball cleanly, the batter has a higher chance of safely reaching first base before the throw. While the Baltimore chop is effective for getting runners on base, it has drawn criticism over the years for its potential to cause injuries. Fielders may have to rush to make a play on the high-bouncing ball, increasing the risk of collisions or awkward landings. As a result, some leagues have implemented rules and guidelines to protect both the fielders and the base runners from unnecessary risks associated with the technique. Although the popularity of the Baltimore chop has diminished over time, it remains a part of baseball's history and is still occasionally used by batters in strategic situations. Players with a good understanding of the technique and the ability to time their swings effectively can still find success with the Baltimore chop, especially when facing infielders with limited experience handling such high-bouncing balls. In conclusion, the Baltimore chop is a hitting technique in baseball where the batter deliberately hits the ball into the ground with a steep downward angle, causing it to bounce high into the air. The strategy was popularized by the Baltimore Orioles in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and it was effective on the uneven and rough infields of that era. While it has drawn criticism for its potential to cause injuries, the Baltimore chop remains a part of baseball's history and can still be employed strategically by batters in certain situations.